I'm Elliot Nathan, and welcome to Academy of Art University 2016 Orientation! We're so happy to have you here. You've made a great choice. The art and business world today is global, and we are a global university. Today, I'd like you to meet a person with true passion for this university, the person with great vision for each and every one of you. I present to you the president of Academy of Art University, Dr. Elisa Stevens.
Thank you, Elliot. I want to welcome each and every one of you, and I want to also welcome, we're live streaming this to all our online students, and we have a tremendous number of new online students, and they're watching right now. They're in 50 states and over 100 countries, so welcome to online students to our orientation. Let's give them a round, yeah. My grandfather and grandmother started this school in 1929. I'm going to give you a little bit of a history so you get a sense of place. Right here in San Francisco. He was a fine art painter. There he is as a young man. That's some of his work. He was a watercolorist. He did oils as well, and he was locally well known, and he was in the Art Guild. And then he taught. He was working at Sunset Magazine as an art director in the 1930s when it was here in San Francisco. And my grandmother, she kept the books and ran the school while my grandfather was painting and teaching. Oops, there she is. He was also an educator, my grandfather, and he believed in giving aspiring artists and designers the opportunity to perfect their skills and to develop their artistic eye and to increase their taste level. And my father, who succeeded my grandparents, he was equally enthusiastic about the school, and he, after leaving World War I, after World War I was over, and going to Stanford University, he came and he ran the school. And he was steadfast in our mission to guide and instruct the next generation of artists. And then I assumed the presidency in 1992, and I'm proud to say that over 85 years since our founding, our vision is as clear as ever and as strong and successful as ever. And what we believe in at the Academy of Art University is that anyone with commitment and passion can learn the skills and concepts necessary to develop a portfolio that will enable them to pursue a successful career in their chosen field. And you are here to become professional artists. You want this portfolio. At the Academy of Art University, we value theory, but we're going to emphasize the practical. We're a performance-based school, and it's very possible that you've never attended a school that's performance-based. You will be in the heart of the art and design community, but you need to perfect your fundamentals. That's why you're here. Drawing, design, material techniques, and processes. And the sooner that you master these foundations and complete your professional portfolio, the sooner you can begin your artistic career. We know, I work with industry a great deal. We have hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of alums working worldwide, and that the creative class that we are training here today, they are the problem solvers and the visionaries of tomorrow. Our instructors are working artists. That was a very big belief my grandfather had. He was a professional artist, and he only believed that working artists should be in the classroom teaching the next generation of artists. These artists in the classroom know what it takes to succeed in art and design careers. They can bring the real life experience into the classroom and ensure that you're learning the most relevant information and using the latest technologies. We want to make sure that you're not wasting any time in a classroom where you're not learning relevant information and the latest technologies. But education must be a partnership. And we want to help you choose the right classes. We want to partner with you to help balance work, study, and family. We want you to be challenged in every classroom assignment. Let us know if it's not hard enough so that we can give you the motivational push you need, because we want you to excel. We have workshops, we have free tutoring, and other resources to help you stay on top of the wave. And we've learned from over our 85 years of experience that it is the hard-working student who succeeds. And the talented student who doesn't work as hard does not go nearly as far as the student who makes the extra effort. And at this stage of your life, and at this particular university, it's only 10% talent and 90% hard work. Don't be intimidated by the talents of others. Please just put your heart into every assignment to do the best that you can do on each assignment. That's all we ask of you. In May, I stood before over 1,000 students to confer both graduate and undergraduate degrees from the Academy of Art University. And as I spoke to these graduates and listened to their speeches, it was crystal clear that their success had been hard-won. All these students started where you sit today. They spoke of the individual effort, the drive to show up to class and lean in, and the curiosity to get to know your instructors, the persistence to stay on top of the wave, the diligence to do the extra work, to stay proactive and to seek out help. There's nothing to be ashamed of about seeking out help, and to take advantage of all of our available resources at the Academy Resource Center. They're all free. They also spoke of community and that sense of belonging that gave them the extra support they needed to succeed. The Academy of Art University is an urban campus, and we span this glorious city of San Francisco. And this city is your home, and it is your campus. But we are also an integrated and supportive community. And as you find your way from residence halls and classrooms, from sports fields to studios, you'll begin to feel the Academy's guiding presence. And as you interact with those who are here to facilitate your success, you will find a sense of common purpose and community. And as you make friends in classes and residence halls and get to know your instructors and department directors, you will find even more than a community. I promise you will find an artistic home. So today I ask you to jump in, to participate, to start building your community. You will meet other students pursuing similar dreams. You will get to talk with the department leaders who will guide you in your learning experience here. And you will meet Academy of Art University staff who are here dedicated to help you succeed. And over the next few days, you'll venture into this city, not alone, but with fellow students and the Academy team. And your community will help you excel in your work and your studies. And the friends that you're all going to make over the next few days will help you make it through the challenging times ahead. Each of you came here to pursue your dream, and I trust with you that you bring the drive to succeed. We offer the best programs, the best faculty, the best facilities, the best equipment, and the best support teams. And within this university, you'll create the community that will define your experience and guarantee your success. So I look forward to talking to you and getting to know you. Have a great orientation.
Thank you, President Stevens. Now we're going to watch a video of student work we're very proud of here at the university. This video is not meant to intimidate you, but to inspire you. And while you watch this, realize that these students they were sitting in the same exact seats that you are, many of them without a portfolio. So when you feel overwhelmed, just take a deep breath, relax, and keep going. It is in practice and mistakes that you learn. And with hard work, one day we'll be featuring your work in this video to inspire the next generation of art students. All right, did you guys enjoy that? So that's just a small sample of artwork being generated by students who are just like you. Now let's give a warm welcome as I present to you Executive Vice President Sue Rowley.
Good morning, everybody. It's great to see you. You know, when I see that work, and we do this frequently in our orientations, I always think, well, you've probably already seen some of the work, and then maybe you think, oh, I'm not that good. And I want to emphasize to you that this work is all student work. And when the students came, they sat where you are. They had the same questions. Can I really do this thing? It's a dream. I like to say that people come to the Academy of Art University to grow their dreams, because that's exactly what will happen. And I've seen it happen over and over and over. So I want to welcome all of you to this dynamic, creative community. You are now in a whole different world than most of you have ever been before. And as President Stevens said, we got students who are attending online and on-site from over 112 countries. So it truly, think about that, it is truly a worldwide community. I think it takes a lot of courage to come to art school. I want to say to all of you right now, and maybe you should right now, give yourselves a big hand for getting this far here today. Give yourselves a hand. I know what it takes, because I hear you. You tell me these stories while you're here. I hear your parents come and say, we had questions about this. How many of your parents had some concerns about you coming to San Francisco to go to art school? Hold up your hand if you had that. Most of you. So good for you. Way to go. You hung in there and you had the courage to say, this is something I really want to do. I think if I were going to try to sum up what my presentation is going to be for you today, it would have to do with this idea of not quitting. You see, in the past, I know it may have felt like this. Some of you may have felt like it was kind of a lonely sea out there. You were a little different than other people that you went to school with, whether it was undergraduate or high school. You may have had a select group, but you were kind of adrift. Now, anybody relate to what I'm saying? Give me some feedback here if you, yes, you do. Good, because it's different now. And this is a very, very important piece of all this. You are no longer alone. You are here in San Francisco, where we're going to have a Super Bowl pretty soon, so there's that. And you're going to see a lot of people, so you're really not going to feel alone. But in the Academy of Art University, everyone in this room you have a shared desire. You're made from the same cloth, whether you came from the United States or another country. You're all alike because you have this passion to be a successful artist. This person, Martin Luther King, if you know who he was, one of our great civil rights leaders, he said, we all came here on different ships, but now we're in the same boat. So I want you to think about that for a second, and then I want you to introduce yourselves to the people sitting around you. Just say your first name, your country that you're from, or your city, and also what you want to be when you graduate. Just take a moment and introduce yourselves to the people around you. Okay? You can come back to me now. Isn't that fun? You finally get to meet people from all over the world. I think that this is a great, anytime now when somebody says to you, how do you feel about networking? You say, great, I have fun doing it, and you can think about this experience. When you go to your classes later on, you want to make sure you take the time to meet the people that you're sitting in class with, because they may be the person that you work with later on. In fact, a lot of you will be forming personal and professional relationships while you're here, so don't miss that chance to meet the next, maybe it's going to be the next Steve Jobs, maybe it's going to be the next person who puts together a Pixar, or maybe you're going to create a product that we all must have. I don't know. You don't either. When I look at it, all of you, we don't know who the superstars are going to be, but they may be sitting right beside you. So don't miss the opportunity to introduce yourselves. This man, Michelangelo, probably most of you heard of him, he said the greatest danger for us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but that it is too low and we reach it. Okay, so let's talk about this. Michelangelo didn't come from a wealthy home. He didn't have a lot of support. His mother died when he was an infant. He was adopted. He had this thing about stone cutting. Who knows why? He just did. And he wanted to draw. And he wanted to do it more than anything. And his dad, his father, thought it was crazy. Said, you might as well be a cobbler if you want to work with your hands. This is crazy. But he had this voice in his head that said, this is really what my passion's all about. I love this. When I'm drawing, I'm in a whole nother world. That's where he heard the muse. So he continued on, even though he didn't have support at home. He continued on even though sculpture, what was that? Were you really going to get ahead by doing something like that? When he was about 24, he did this sculpture. You've probably all seen this sculpture. It's called the David. It's a story of David and Goliath, in case you're not familiar with that. David was a shepherd boy. He was trying to take care of his flock when all of a sudden the giant was approaching, and he knew this giant was going to destroy friends, family, village. He only had a slingshot and a rock. And the thing that I want to show you is, this is the face on this sculpture. You can see that Michelangelo, when he was sculpting, he wanted to show us the concern and the focus this young man had, because he knew he was only going to have one chance. Now, this was supposed to be put way up on top of a building in Florence. But the people in Florence loved this so much that they decided they wanted it where everyone could see it when they went in the city hall. So this was just the beginning for Michelangelo. He just didn't do, okay, so you want a sculpture on top of a building, I'll give you a figure. He didn't just do that. He went into this kind of detail because he had to. Because he had to tell the story with his art. Later on, he was called to the Pope, and the Pope asked him, he'd seen his work, and said, I'd love for you to do the chapel. Well, actually, I'm going to back up. He said, I'd love for you to do the sculptures for my tomb. Michelangelo was thrilled. He went to get marble, and then the Pope changed his mind. He called him back, and he knew this young man was disappointed, but he said, I can't have you do my sculpture, but we have a chapel that we all pray at, and it really needs to have the ceiling painted. Well, kind of a letdown, right? You've gone from doing sculpture for the Pope's tomb to painting the ceiling in the chapel, and this is what it looked like. Michelangelo being the guy he was, and this is the point of this story, he said, okay, probably not with a lot of enthusiasm. The Pope said, well, you can do whatever you want. Well, now we've got a story. The Pope had no idea that Michelangelo was going to spend 4 years working on this ceiling. But when he was finished, it looked like this. Now, the reason I tell you this story is because this is how you take that, you've heard this phrase, lemons, and you make lemonade. He took something that was plain and boring. He turned it into a canvas that was a real work of art. This piece has over 340 figures on it. I want to show you some close up because it continues this idea of giving it that extra oomph. This is a panel. You can see the detail in this thing. Look at these faces, the hand. That's one of the hardest things you can do. He's got them all over the place in one panel. This is one of the more famous pictures of God giving Adam life. But the interesting part of this is the very first time any artist had the courage to say what God's face would look like. There it is. So the point is, if Michelangelo had given up the first time he heard no, if he had said no when he didn't get the job that he'd hoped for, if anybody here decides after one bad critique or one grade that they don't like, or maybe something they just can't get right away, if you decide, I quit, not going to work for me, you may be giving up something that you could be remembered for forever. I can tell you right now, more people know about that ceiling than those, and he did end up doing those sculptures at the tomb, but who knows about that? Everybody goes to see the ceiling. The thing he didn't want to do is the thing he's remembered for. So don't be too quick to say no to something when fate hands you a new project. President Stevens asked me a few years back to try to figure out what were the essential elements for success. She mentioned 2, passion and commitment, but also focus. When you come here, you want to go deep. You want to try some things, but go deep. Go as deep as you can with your subject that you love. Second of all, have the passion in what you're doing. To do it, if it takes hours, you're happy. This is like, I get lost in my work because that's where the muse speaks to me. And last of all, the commitment. So you have a bad semester. You have a bad assignment. You don't give up. You keep going. You don't give up. I was watching the playoffs, and I was looking at Cam Newton. You guys know who he is? How many know who Cam Newton is? Well, he's a superstar in football. Now, I know when he plays that game, he's had times when he's been sacked. He's missed his receiver when he passes the ball. I know not every game is a good game, but he doesn't give up. He keeps going to it with enthusiasm and commitment. He's going to win. He's going to do his best every game. And that's what you guys need to think about. Walt Disney, another artist you're all familiar with, you know, he was bankrupt when he had the inspiration for Mickey Mouse. He always said it was all because of a mouse. Well, he said, if you can dream it, you can do it. Hold on to your vision. So think about that. You all have an idea. You all just told people next to you what you wanted to be when you leave. So hold on to that. Don't let it go. And this is my good friend Yoda. I love Yoda. But he says, try not, do or do not. There is no try. So I want you to take this dream, I want you to grow that dream. I want you to do your very best on every assignment. And most of all, trust this university and the process we've refined over all these years. It works. And we all of us here who are here to be your safety net to support you, will applaud the results. Good luck and thank you very much.
Thank you, Sue. And now we're excited about a brand new class we're offering here at the university. You may have seen these flyers as you came in on your seats. Drone production. And here to tell you more about it is the director of the School of Multimedia Communications, Jan Yanehiro.
Thanks, Elliot. Welcome, everybody. This is going to be a great semester, and I'm pleased to say we have the very first drone production class. We think we're among the first in any university to offer such a class, so we're pretty proud. We're very excited. It's been said that 1 million drones were sold over the holiday season. Perhaps some of those drones landed under your Christmas tree, or you may want a drone, or you have a drone. How many of you want that drone? Okay, yeah, I can see it, yeah. All right. So we'd like to tell you that drones are everywhere. Yes, you see the flyers. And we produced a quick video. Steve Cotton, the co-director of Multimedia Communications, produced this quick video about drone photography and video. And it is stunning. And you'll take a look at this. Here we are. This is a night shot. This is Steve's favorite shot of a drone. Drones are everywhere. And you're going to see them in different sites, like here's one here in the outback of Alaska. This is a close-up of a drone flying. You can see the camera attached. This is in movies. This is James Bond. Skyfall, if you saw that. This is shot by a drone. This is shot by a drone, Wolf of Wall Street, sweeping over the beach, onto the party here, overhead shot, drones on television. This is in Flint, Michigan. Watch this shot. Reporter is on a bridge. Drone is sweeping out over the river, pull out, then sweeps over the bridge to the river, because this is the river that's polluting the water supply in Flint, Michigan. And then it's sweeping along the riverside to show you the scope of this river. Right here over the water supply, then overhead over the town of Flint, Michigan, all shot by drones. This is in Mexico. Take a look at this shot. Big wide pullout. Sweeping shot. Reporters so talking. Drone goes overhead. Now, right here in the Bay Area, as you know, we've had some massive rainstorms and massive mudslides. So one station sent this drone over the Pacific Ocean, as you can see right here. Now, I'm going to ask you, watch on your screen left, look at the mudslide that's going to happen right now. Boom. The drone caught that shot. And the drone, of course, is flying about 100 feet out the Pacific Ocean. Drones and still photography, so other photography majors here. Take a look at this. This is Norway, by the way. Beautiful shot. This is Philadelphia. This is Los Angeles at night. Shot by a drone. This is South America. This is India. Right here, South America. Oh, this is a shot of South America. This is Brooklyn, and then finally a shot of San Francisco. So as we said, drones are everywhere, and we've got one here for you today. Here we go. This is a DJI. This is the drone called Inspire, and in just a second, you're going to see the video on the screen. Patrick Egan is flying the drone. He's going to be co-teaching the drone production. Patrick has a top security clearance with the Department of Defense. There you are. Give a wave if you can see yourself. You see yourselves? There you go. This is it. This is video photography. We're seeing it everywhere. There you go. Is that kind of cool? Is that kind of fun? So Patrick will be teaching the class, and he's taught drone flight to the Army and to the Navy. I'm going to call upon Ken Farrell, who is going to be co-teaching the class. And Ken Farrell is the director of motion picture television, and Ken is going to be co-teaching this drone production class. So Ken, how excited are you for this class?
Oh, I'm very excited. We're getting to use the Lexus of drones now. This is really fantastic stuff.
And what do you hope to teach students here?
Well, the big thing about drones is they're everywhere, as Steve Cotton said. But producers love them because they can get into places that you can't get into with larger vehicles, things like that. But you need to know how to fly them safely. You need to know how to make the shots aesthetically pleasing. So we're going to learn the law. We're going to learn the art of it. We're going to learn the technology behind it. Patrick Egan, who's an expert on the actual flight, we're at the cutting edge of the training.
And I understand, Ken, that you have your very own drone that you built.
Yeah, so last year our cinematography classes, we built a drone, but that's kind of a starter drone. Compared to this technology, it's really very primitive.
This is way in advance. So we just want to say drone production, it's a multimedia communications class and an MPT class, but it's open to everybody. We know that we've got some photography students, architecture students. We understand that in fashion, a drone led the catwalk in some fashion show. So we want to say that it's open to everybody, no prereqs, check with your advisors. It's going to be a great drone production semester, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jan.
The drone has landed.
Hop back over to our presentation. So we have an outstanding athletics program here at the Academy with talented athletes who are artists themselves. They're your fellow students in illustration, photography, fine art, and fashion design. But on the court, track, and field, they are your urban knights, and they want to win. We have the following 16 sports here at the Academy, including volleyball, cross country, soccer, basketball, indoor and outdoor track and field, tennis, golf, baseball, and softball. And not only do we compete, we win. Women's track and field team earned not one, but 2 national championships. We've won numerous conference championships with cross country and track and field. Women's basketball has won 3 Pac-West Conference championships, and this past fall we hosted the LGBT National Coming Out, recognized by the NCAA as a semi-finalist for the Award of Excellence. Our student athletes have compiled 1,800 community service hours, totaling the most in the NCAA Division II this fall. Not only that, but our sports schedules were designed by the student athletes themselves. Pretty cool. So come to any of our home games for chances to win free food from our sponsors, In-N-Out, Chipotle, and Papa John's. We'll also be doing drawing and photography contests for all of our students at the games where you can win awesome prizes. And for all of the students, we'll be having intramural sports days of kickball, basketball, and soccer. So any of you that just want to play a sport just for fun in the afternoon can come sign up. So make sure you follow us at Art Unites on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Here are your hashtags: Be Artist, Be Athlete, and Art School. So if you're posting online, you can definitely use those and look for those sites for any of the activities you want to participate in. So on your way in, if you want to look in your bags that you got when you came inside, you received a free ticket for tonight's game. This is for free food and free admission to the game tonight at Kezar Pavilion. Fan buses are going to be picking you up today at 4:45 over at 620 Sutter. So hop onto those buses for a free ride over. You'll get free food and get to watch the game and support your Urban Knights. Now let's stand up. Everyone stand up, and I'm going to teach you the Academy of Art University cheer. Everyone get up to your feet. So we do this chant twice, and then we go crazy, like, yeah! So I say art who, and then you go art you. Art who? Art you. Art who? Art you. Yeah! Then you, let's try it one more time. Art who? Art who? Art who? All right. Very nice, guys. So make sure to get on those fan buses and cheer on your Urban Knights. And if you can't make it to a game, we'll have it streaming live on our very own Urban Knights radio station. And along with games, we'll have a variety of music programs and shows brought to you by your peers. You can download the iHeartRadio app on your iPhone or the TuneIn app on your Android. Or, of course, visit our website at urbannightsradio.com. So on your way in, you received a very special edition of the Academy Art U News, the Orientation Edition. So make sure that you read this paper cover to cover. It has everything that you need to know to get started here, including where to eat, how to use the Academy shuttles, where all the buildings are, and where to get your art supplies. So we've packed this paper with everything that you need to know to get started here at the Academy and in San Francisco, where the entire city is your campus. Academy Art U News comes out every 2 weeks, featuring student work, articles, and a monthly calendar packed full of events. It's available in print all across the city, in all your dorms, and academyartunews.com. So now I'm going to tell you about a lot of the great programming we offer here at the university. We have 2 modern gym facilities that are open 7 days a week, a beautiful pool, basketball courts, and an art cafe. We have free fitness and dance classes. You'll see the schedule printed in all the dorms and the buildings. You're free to attend any of these classes anytime you want. Just hop on our website's recreation page and RSVP to sign up. These classes include yoga, Zumba, and even hip-hop dance. So many of you are new to the city, and San Francisco is a pretty big place. A great way to make new friends and get involved in the university community is to join a club. And with over 25 different clubs on campus, you're sure to find one that's right for you. So next week, on February 6th from 2 to 3:30, right here at 491 Post in the basement, room B70, we'll have Urban Knights Radio playing music, and we're going to have our club mixer. You're going to get to meet all the club presidents and sign up for as many clubs as you want to. You can sign up without any hesitation and learn more about it and stick with the ones that you like. This coming weekend, we have 2 great events for you guys. We want to get you involved. We want you to meet your peers in different departments and within your department. So join us on Saturday. We're going to Lucky Strike. We're going to take you bowling. We'll have tons of free food. There's a big open game room. All of this will be free to you. So just meet us at 620 Sutter Street. We'll be getting on the buses at 10:30 in the morning and arriving at 11. If you did not RSVP on the form that you filled out earlier, just send us an email to campuslife@academyart.edu. That way we make sure we have a seat for every single one of you. Then on Sunday, we're taking you to Academy of Sciences. This is one of the largest museums of natural history in the entire world. There's an albino alligator. You'll be able to go into a biodome where butterflies from across the world will land on you. It's going to be a really fun day. Same deal, 10:30 a.m. at 620 Sutter. We're going to get you onto our buses and take you right over there. So we'll be there from 11 to 2 p.m. that day. So just shoot over an email to Campus Life and let us know that you want to come. So you're about to embark on quite an adventure. And to further support you, the Academy offers a peer mentorship program where you can get support from a fellow student throughout your first semester. So you can start right away by signing up. There's a table right here in the lobby. You can just sign up right for that peer mentor program. Spaces are limited, so make sure you get on the list if you're interested. So make sure you follow Campus Life on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We post all of our event flyers here. We post contests and photos from all the different things that we do. So if you want to know what's going on here, follow us here on any of these 3 options and also through the Academy app, and you can find out everything that's going on here. Let's take a look at a few photos from the past. Here's the Chinese New Year parade, which we're getting ready for right now. There's our holy event where we have colored powder, and we do a big colored powder fight over on Brandon basketball courts. And our famous dances at Jillian's, where everyone comes together for free food and a huge, awesome dance party. So we have our next one coming up in February for Valentine's Day. It's going to be Friday, February 12th, so get excited for that. So if you have any questions at all, always feel free to reach out to me, your advisors, your department directors, or any of the student orientation leaders. Guys, could you stand up, please? Here they are. Give a wave, guys. Let's give them a round of applause. These are your peers. They volunteered their time to welcome you and help you adjust to life at the Academy. They're going to be hosting a program here called Jumpstart, 491 Post, Morgan Auditorium, Friday, 10:30 in the morning. So join them. They're going to give you the inside scoop of what it's like to be a student at Academy of Art University. Finally, a quick shout out to the online students. Thank you for watching and staying tuned. We're excited for a great semester. This concludes President's Welcome. Congratulations to you all. Have a great day. And don't forget to check the back of your Welcome Week schedule. Tomorrow you have Meet Your Department Director. Get to know your department directors. Don't miss this. Thank you very much. Whew.